quiet night in 2015, Henry McCabe called his wife, but instead of words, she heard pure terror. The voicemail captured Henry screaming, then growling, like something was attacking him. The sounds weren't human. Experts analyzed the audio and couldn't explain the deep, guttural roars mixed with high-pitched shrieks. Then suddenly, silence, followed by one last choking gasp. Weeks later, Henry's body was found in shallow water. But here's the part that makes no sense. No injuries, no bite marks, no scratches, nothing that explained the horrific sounds in the recording. To this day, the voicemail still circulates online. And people say it's one of the most frightening real recordings ever captured. In 1959, 9 experienced Russian hikers vanished in the frozen Ural Mountains. When rescuers found their camp, the tent was slashed open from the inside, as if the hikers were desperately trying to escape. Some fled barefoot into the snow. Some were found with crushed ribs, skulls split open. Others were missing their eyes, and one was missing her tongue. But there were no signs of struggle. Even stranger, traces of radiation were found on their clothing, and witnesses reported glowing orange orbs in the sky on the night they died. More than 60 years later, no official explanation fits the evidence. Not an avalanche, not animals, not military experiments. Something terrified those hikers so badly they ran into the night, knowing it meant death. In 1922, a German family living on an isolated farm began hearing footsteps in their attic. Not mice, not creaks, human footsteps. Their maid quit, saying the house was haunted. One family member reported seeing footprints in the snow leading towards the house, but none leaving. Days later, all 6 family members were murdered with a farm tool. The killer stayed on the property afterward, eating their food, feeding their animals, and living in the barn for days. Police searched for years, but the murderer was never found. Investigators believe the killer was living in the attic long before the murders, watching the family, listening to them sleep, waiting for the perfect moment. February 2013. Hotel security cameras recorded a young woman, Elisa Lam, acting strangely inside an elevator. She pressed multiple buttons, peeked into the hallway, as if someone was following her, hid in the corner, then made strange, unnatural gestures, as if speaking to someone invisible. The elevator itself behaved oddly. The doors stayed open far too long, as if someone outside was blocking them, even though the hallway was empty. Elisa vanished that same night. Weeks later, guests complained about low water pressure and a strange taste. A maintenance worker climbed to the roof and discovered Elisa's body inside one of the hotel's giant water tanks. The tank's opening was small, and the roof door was locked with an alarm. To this day, no one knows how she got inside. The elevator video remains one of the most disturbing real pieces of footage on the internet. In 2014, a family in New Jersey purchased their dream home. Before moving in, they received a letter addressed simply to the new owner. The message read, "I am the watcher. I watch the house, and I'm waiting for its second coming." More letters followed. The writer described the family's children in detail, what they looked like, their birth order, and even which bedrooms they would likely sleep in. The letters grew darker. Do you know what lies within the walls? Have they told you what happened in the basement? Who has the bedrooms facing the street? I will know as soon as you move in. The family was terrified. They never spent a single night inside. The police couldn't trace the letters. Not fingerprints, not DNA, not any nearby cameras. To this day, the watcher has never been caught.